You feel like you guys got any momentum 2 out of the last 3 wins? How do you keep it rolling?
Yeah, I mean, I think with that last game in London, we definitely used that as momentum. But we have to learn from the first win against Indianapolis because I feel like we didn't carry that momentum into Chicago very well. So it's pedal to the metal. The work's got to keep going. You got to lean in a little bit more. We got some good opponents coming up here, especially Sunday in Green Bay. So we have to be ready to come out firing on all cylinders.
Going against a guy like Jaire, he talks a bit. You are more of a reserve guy. Just is it fun to play against guys like that? Is it annoying to play against guys like that? Where are you?
I just think it's part of the game. Especially when it comes to receiver DB matchups, it's just something historically that's been involved, in the game, and so that just brings an extra element, bit of energy to the game, and so it's obviously something that we're all aware of, and we'll be ready to match energy. But like I said, it's something we're aware of, and just go out there, and it's going to be part of the game.
I know ball security is big every week. Is there more emphasis this week just knowing how many turnovers the Packers have created?
For sure. I think also you got to look at us and kind of self-scout as well. We've had some issues when it comes to ball security, so we know that that's going to be a point of emphasis for them. So I think every week we definitely hone in on it, but especially coming against defenses like this that are very opportunistic and that have a high-powered offense, we can't give them a short field or put the ball in their hands.
Christian, Trevor's played really, really well, particularly the last 3 weeks. Is that something you guys just kind of talk to him about in terms of, hey, you're really on a roll, let's keep it going, kind of thing like that, or no?
No, I don't think so. That's just it's expected from him. He's always been that player, and even through times of adversity, he's still always been that player. And so I continue to say it. We'll go as far as he takes us, and when he's at his best, we're really good and we're hard to beat. And so it's obviously great to see him playing the way that he is, and I know he'll continue to do that. And like I said, if he is, we'll be put in pretty good places to be able to win football games.
When you're going through a little bit of a rough spot, how important is it to not sort of change what you do and more just kind of trust your weekly preparation and the process that you've kind of gone through?
I think it's huge, especially with how long the season is. It's all about consistency and trusting your process. I feel like everybody from an individual standpoint and as a team needs to have a process and is sticking to that. Now, are there weeks where you kind of do a little bit more? For sure, especially in times when things may not be going as well. You kind of have to look in the mirror a little bit and see what you can do a little better. But I think from a holistic standpoint, just having that base level of process and trusting all the work that you put in to get you to Sunday, I think is really important.
No back-to-back home games this year, and especially with the travel to London and everything. How does that really impact you guys in the long run for this long season?
Sorry, you repeat that one more time?
No back-to-back home games here in Jacksonville, and then also with the travel to London and back. How does that kind of affect you guys on the long run, just being on the road so much this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a part of it. But I think our staff has done a really good job at preparing us, whether it's going over to London and coming back, of just doing the right things to not only get us right from a physical standpoint, but from a mental standpoint, making sure we're getting enough sleep, recovery, and just making sure we're ready to go on Sunday. But from a preparation standpoint, the coaches do a good job of getting us up to speed, but also realizing that we need a little bit of downtime, especially to get back right coming off the London. So I think the whole plan that they have put in place, which I know is put in place throughout the whole offseason, is really well done, from their standpoint.
I'm pretty sure you've answered this before, but do you care about, I don't know if role is the right word, but your role as long as you guys are winning? Like if you're not seeing a bunch of targets?
Oh, no, yeah, as long as we're winning. Somebody asked me about running the ball 17 times. I'm like, if we're winning, I don't care. It's came here to win games. And, if that's one ball that comes my way or it's 10, it doesn't really matter because it does not feel good, even when you have, a bunch of individual success and you're not winning football games, because it's just not what football is about. And, honestly, nobody cares what you do individually if you're not winning football games. So that's all that I'm focused on, is just trying to do everything that I can to help us win games.
Christian, Trevor talked a little bit earlier about kind of after a win, you kind of come a little bit lighter, a little bit looser. Where's the balance between kind of finding that sense of urgency and also coming in and being loose?
Yeah, I think it's just, looking at yourself in the mirror and just seeing everything that you can do, but just really honing in on your job. And that comes from a systematic standpoint of what you do within our offense, but also from an individual standpoint, how you approach every single day. But I think it's big, to just let it go out there and just let it loose. And I thought that's one thing that we did really well on Sunday. You saw guys jumping around on the sideline, playing with energy, celebrating after you're scoring big plays, and that's kind of what we needed to get back to because we didn't have that in a couple games this year.
How do you avoid being, for lack of a better term, too loose? Obviously, because you still have a task at hand.
I think with the guys that we have in this locker room and the leaders who we have, there's never a worry of being too loose. I think everybody takes this pretty seriously, and we know where we're at as a team, and we let some games slip away. We haven't played up to our caliber of football, and that's all we want to do is play to our standard. And so everybody knows we're still chasing that, and there's still a lot of work that needs to be done.